the wonderful world of Pokemon. There are 806 unique Pokemon and counting. Some of them are cute, some of them are awesome, some of them are kind of weird. But there are no animals in this universe, so the people gotta eat something, right? I'm Avery Taylor Kelter, and this is the Consumability Pokedex. Okay, we can't exactly include all of the Pokemon. The babies in the basic Pokemon are essentially just smaller versions of their fully evolved forms, so it's not really worth putting them up on the board. And we also have to exclude the legendary Pokemon, because we're assuming in this universe, the legendaries simply haven't been caught. Now, even with all of those cut out already, there are some Pokemon that will straight up kill you if you get anywhere near them. That's not a joke, they will just kill you. Now this category of Pokemon I like to call the SCPs. These are just the SCPs. On a particular note, the Chandelure line and the Aegislash line, they'll just kill you if you're anywhere near them. They will just suck the life force out of your body. Haunter and Gengar, Haunter specifically, will lick you and you'll just start shaking to death. The cause of death isn't starvation or anything like that. No, you will shake until you die. And then there's Jellicent. Jellicent won't kill you for fun. Jellicent won't kill you for sport or for food. It will just kill you because it can. So now we get into the meat and potatoes of things. And by that, I mean just the meat. The potatoes are coming later. Don't worry. We've got their main source of beef and our main source of pork, and that's going to be Miltank and Grumpig. There are also other sources of pork and beef, that being Bouffalant and Tauros, and then Emboar and Primate, but they're not nearly as good. Primate's better for ribs. All right, now we get to the seafood. There is a lot of seafood. Like we put probably a quarter of it here and stack this big. So you know we're gonna do the jump cut joke again, except okay. You know what? No, we're probably not gonna edit it.
Just jump and we'll jump cut.
I'll jump. Now, we have your crab. You've got rockfish. You've got eel, and then Marowak, who isn't seafood. Neither is Lickitung. So there goes our perfect square, but you know what? We're gonna leave it like this for now. Perfect rectangle. It's not a perfect Thank you, Ian. Much appreciated. So now we're actually gonna get into the poultry and the birds and all that stuff. We're gonna make sure that they're all actually poultry and we don't leave 2 bits that aren't poultry in the poultry. We are talking about the poultry, and now the poultry. Okay. Now, so we got just a few specifics. Again, Sigilyph, I'm not sure what Sigilyph is. It does have wings, and I'm just going to assume that it's just a really large chicken nugget. And then we have Farfetch that I really want prepared with that celery stick looking ass. I don't think it's celery, but it looks like it. Let's just pretend that it is. I don't think that bald eagles are endangered in this universe, so it is totally fine to eat bravery. Okay, so for now we just have a bunch of miscellaneous meats. Now, they don't really fit into pork or beef or chicken or anything else. They're just used for meat. And I think it's clear now that we don't have enough time to put down literally all the Pokemon, so we just kind of have a nice spread here. You've got dragon, you've got lamb, whatever Lickitung is. I don't know what it is or if I want to eat that, but you know what, why not, right? More dragon, you've got dog and cat. There we go. All right. So now we get into some plants and like fruits and veggies. So you do have Tropius, who is literally just a banana tree. That's all it is. It's a walking banana tree. You have Bounsweet, who is a walking, talking fruit. I don't know what Ludicolo is, but he has to taste like a pineapple. Now, let's see who else. Tangela.
Tango and spaghetti.
Tangle of spaghetti. We do tangle of spaghetti. We're not perfectly sure what it is underneath all of those vines. It's never specifically said. However, we know it's some sort of meat. So we untangle Tangela and then use those vines as noodles and then have Tangela as meatballs. So Tangela, meatballs, and spaghetti. I think it's spaghetti and meatballs, but that's okay. Sorry, Terry. Now we also have, let's see, Shroomus is just a truffle. Gorgeist is just a pumpkin. Now Execute and Executor. If you look at them, you'd think that they're just eggs and coconuts. However, it's very specifically stated that they're just thought to be as eggs and coconuts, mistaken to be. So we know that there's some sort of meat in there. For Execute, I just want to deep fry all of them and eat them like chicken nuggets. Good old 6-piece. And then for Executor, honestly, I think he's just going to be like a jackfruit. It's a fruit, but it looks and tastes like a meat. So you have like this pulled pork chicken sandwich, but it's a fruit. Are you guys okay? This is terrible.
I like it.
You get.
Does art imitate life?
That's all he is. He's a 6-piecer.
Imitate art.
I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. I'm gonna. Okay. All right. You're there. I swear to God, this is all he is. He's just a 6-piecer. Look at him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6-piece chicken McNugget. There he is. So now, with this board done, we enter a category that I like to call don't. You totally could eat them for the most part, but please don't, because you'll probably either break your teeth or kill yourself. So here they all are, and by all I mean some of them. We do have plenty of them that will, like I said, poison and just kill you if you eat them. So Amoongus, it's not the edible kind of mushroom, that thing will kill you. Garbodor is actually just a pile of trash, and I think there's a plethora of healthier options than just eating garbage. We've got Crobat, who is a bat, and you know what, I don't want to eat bat, that's probably nasty. Venomoth, you got Wheezing, Parasect, same deal as Amoongus. And then we have some of like just straight up rodents. Like we've got mice, we've got shrews, we've got more mice, except Raticate actually looks like he will carry the bubonic plague and wipe out 60% of Europe's population again. And then we have some that are just straight up rocks or steel. You totally could, please try and eat the Bastiodon right here, but don't. It's just a wall. Now, I don't know how to start this off, but for the rest of these guys, we're not going to eat them. We're just going to throw them into the strip club because people have some really weird thoughts about Pokemon, and you know what? Let's give it to them, right? So you've got Ditto. Ditto can literally be anything you want. And then, of course, you've got the classic. We've got Gardevoir here. You've got Lucario. People love them. Delphox, unfortunately, breaks in. We've got Nidoqueen and Nidoking, who are a wonderful duo, as well as Sock and Throw over here. Dunsparce is also there. I don't want to explain Dunsparce. I really don't want to explain Dunsparce. Please don't let me explain Dunsparce. Now, I think it's clear that we're not going to eat everybody here, especially after that last section we just did. Some of this stuff just works great when you apply capitalism to it. For example, we've got plenty of Pokemon that can just create energy. Electrike can just turn friction into electricity, which that's not how friction works, but let's go with it. Electivire and Heatmore just generate power. That's kind of just it. Let's see. Mancargo is a huge joke because he's literally the temperature of the sun. So we're going to use him for specific industrial, smelting, that's the word. And we're going to smelt Steelix down. Why Steelix? Because apparently his body is harder than diamond. So we're just going to melt down his corpse and use that metal for infrastructure, which would be nice. And then you've got the rest of it. You've got Bayleaf, which is, just creates potions, they heal, it's quite nice. Meganium can cure death, I'm just gonna gloss over that. Bidoof will always be an HM slave. Let's see, Ghastly. Nicotine companies have got a hold of him. We're just going to violently condense him into a liquid and then just put him into jewel pods, because there really isn't much of a difference between smoking that and a normal jewel. So let's see. Rotom. Rotom is just Siri, because he'll just go into your fridge and it'll be that Samsung smart fridge, except he'll just talk to you in a really, really weird way. Metagross is a supercomputer right there. And right next to him we have the lovely Budu. Budu's fun. He's a hitman, because he'll just be all cute and cuddly, walk up to the victim and put a little poison powder in their drink. So we've come to the end, the fun part, where we get to a few delicacies. One of which would be Durant. Heatmore knows this. Heatmore knows that Durant is a wonderful delicacy because he cracks into them all the time and just sucks up their insides. So we use that to crack him open and we just serve straight up Durant. We've got Unknown, in which you just collect a lot of them and just have really, really large alphabet soup. Vanillux. Vanillux is not actually ice cream, it is just snow. So you take that sour apple snowball flavoring, squirt it onto its face and eat it whole. Now Mr. Mime's fun, except I'm not going to fully explain him. Hopefully you can look into the link below, assuming you're watching this on YouTube, because people have already completely explained how to fully prepare him into Mr. Mime kebabs. Sunkern. Sunkern's my favorite, because he's literally just popcorn. You throw a bunch of Sunkern into a popcorn maker, and you'll know it's ready when the screaming stops.
Okay, some of you attentionate gamers might have noticed we didn't mention the evolutions. That's because they're a full Tex-Mex platter. That's right, Eevee goes on the taco. Vaporeon is a fish dish on top of some refried beans. Sounds good, right? Jolteon, burrito. You gotta get that jolty flavor, right? Flareon, enchilada, spicy, rich, good, yeah. Espeon, chimichanga, I forget why. Umbreon, flauta, you gotta let that dark, rich flavors aerate. Leafeon, mash them up in a tamalito. Glaceon, ice in your margarita. And Sylveon goes in the taquitos because it's small.
Now I think it's clear that we don't have all 806 unique Pokemon behind me. We didn't really have all that much time to film. So I do urge you, look at the link below and you'll see that I actually have organized all 806, the entire Pokedex so far. Hopefully it'll be a nice conversation at dinner.